Hello everybody and welcome to our second program. This one will be called Hello World and we'll be use variables and user input and learn about how to do all that good stuff. Okay, outline. Part of what we will do is use variables in a program and ask for user input. I'll go over the goals and objectives, and in part one we'll write a very basic what's called a Hello World program. In part two we will customize it. Okay, the goals are to write a traditional Hello World program and modify. We write the basic one which just says Hello World. We ask for input, we distort, and we concatenate it. It will say something like Hello Mr. O'Neill instead of just Hello World. Okay, well, let's get to the first program then. And here we are. I have got MBlock open, and you should have the MBot device selected. We will be having plenty of time to play with that later on. Right now we want to go to the sprites, and we got a panda here, and I'm going to expand what's called the stage here so I can see a little better what's going on with him. Okay, and when we talk about Hello World is the traditional first program. It gets its name from a baby's first picture is generally titled Hello World or something cute like that. Okay, I've opened up MBlock. I've selected the sprite. Now just let me go back here a little bit. Watch this. Okay, you see what the commands look like here, and then they change with the sprite. It's the same programming language, but it's adapted for a different purpose, and that happens a lot of times. And the commands change slightly. And anyway, so got it's got the stage set. We're back on sprites, and I'm looking for looks. Okay, there's 2 or 3 commands here, or actually 3 or 4 commands I'll demonstrate here. And then we'll talk about the others briefly, and then we'll start our program. Okay, now watch what happens when I select say hello for 2 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, he's done. Now if I say hello, he'll keep on saying hello till I stop him by using the red stop button. Okay, now watch. You notice when you say hello, there's this little solid idea here, whereas when you think it, you got these little clouds here. And what happens, you got 4 commands that are very, very similar, and you have to know which one you want to use. And what happens, say hello for 2 seconds is if you want them to say hello, then stop saying hello. Say hello is if you want them to say hello until the end of the statement or something like that. Okay. So, now the thing is, there's all sorts of other commands. You may ask what they want to do, what they do. Well, you feel free to play with them, but realize that when you play around in with computer programs, the nice thing is you're not really playing, you are exploring your integrated development environment. Yeah, how about that? Okay, well, I'm going to start writing a program. I like to start my programs with events because when you get to the MBot, that's what you'll have to do. I like the green flag, green for go. So I'll put that there. Then I'll put say hello for 2 seconds. Actually, I'll put say hello because I want it to stay up there after I'm done. Okay, and I'll modify that from hello to hello. No, not Z hello. Hello World with an exclamation point. Now, whatever you do, always run your code and test it before you turn it in. Let's see what happens. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, it's staying there until I stop. Okay, that's what I want it to do. And this is the Hello World program. So what I want to do is save that to my computer. Okay. Assignment, and this would be assignment 2A, part 1, because you'll do a part 2, and I'll save that to my computer, And that should do it, and I will turn that into Blackboard a little later. Now on to part 2. Okay, we are about to start part 2 where we customize our program. First thing, we'll learn a little bit about variables in the context of computer programming. We'll start with the last program, we'll sprinkle a little magic with it, and we'll have a new program. Okay, first, a little bit about variables. Now, what I have there is the old boomer way of remembering something. You tied a string around your finger. Well, that worked okay as long as you only had that one thing to remember and you can remember what it was. Variables are a little bit better than that. Okay, a program variable or a variable in programming is basically a place for your stuff. Now, I know in algebra you sat there and you called something X until you found what it was, and then you called it a number. But what happened is program variable can be thought of as a storage location. And if you have a storage location, you got to know where to go to find what you just stored, and that's the program variable name. And I got a quote from George Carlin there. A program variable is basically a place for your stuff, in this case data. Now, just as you store your car in the garage and you store your groceries in the refrigerator because reverse just doesn't really work well, in programming sometimes you have different variable types for different types of data, and if you try to use one instead of the other, the program gets all upset and pulls a little nerve fin and clenches its little feet and stamps it and all that. But okay, so a program variable is a place for your stuff, and we'll take a look at what that means here in a minute. Okay, minute's up and here we go. First thing I will do is I'll switch over to here to what's called operators. Sensing. Okay, and the idea is that you're going to allow the program to sense something that you're going to tell it. And what I'll do is I will put it has a sense here to say ask what is your name and wait, and basically it'll wait until you input it here. And what I will do is I'll go ahead and click this thing called answer. This thing called answer is a variable, and you notice right now it's blank. Okay, so PD is going to say what is your name. I'm going to say Mr. O'Neill. Okay, you notice that appears here in here. Now, if you run it again, let's say Nemo, it replaces it. So basically this answer is a place for your stuff, which is the answer to this question. So how can we use that here? Well, let's just drag it over here. And instead of saying say, hello world, let's start with just say answer. Okay, we'll run the program. What is your name? I'll say my name is Clyde. Clyde played electric bass. Okay, and you notice the answer was stored as Clyde, and he said Clyde. Okay, let's get a little fancier, because what we want to do is we want to say hello world, hello in your name. So let's go to operators, and operator says join banana and apple. I don't even want to know what it looks like. But what happens is the idea, let's just run it the way it is. No, let's not do that. Okay, I'm going to put answer here, and instead of banana, I'm going to say hello, comma. Oops, and I'm not putting a space there because I'm going to try to illustrate here. All right, I'm going to run. What is your name? You notice the answer is blank. It's always blank because it initializes its variables. It sets them to blank when it starts, like a good program. Okay, and it says hello, Mr. O'Neill. And depending on what you're looking on this for, you might say there's no space here, and there's no space between the comma and Mr. O'Neill because I didn't put one there. So one of the things you got to learn when you do this type of program is make sure you put the spaces in. I'm going to add the space. I'll rerun it. I'll say my name is Miguel this time. No, I don't know how to spell that. I'll say Matthew. And you notice the answer is Matthew, and it says Hello Matthew. Okay, what we've done here is we've taken our Hello World program and we have personalized it. And I hope you found this helpful.